me tell you something. When I was serving in Korea, every year we have a joint. So we have.
You were in North or South?
South. Yeah, we couldn't.
You can't go in the North.
Hell no. They don't even have like media.
They got a crazy ass
bridge. They can't see what's going on out here.
They have a crazy ass. You can't even go over the bridge. It is wild over there.
So check this out. There's the Rock Nation, the Rock Nation, the Rock Army, which is the Republic of Korea. Yeah.
I can't be serious about nothing.
I just imagine niggas is like
the Rock Army.
Your boy. No, but so like they got the Rock Nation. No, oh my God.
I gotta keep going. Yeah. And we got guns and tests. Sean Johnson, Sade Renee, Old Head Steph. We are back, tuned into another episode of the IC. How's everybody feeling?
Feeling good.
Yeah.
Cause it's wiggity rap. No, we start. All right, what's good? Well, everybody up? You know what I'm saying? What's the week looking like? Little energy jump, you know what I mean? Yeah. I just try to get right. Come on, man.
You see Sade with his drinking on me.
Sipping on the red
All right.
wine.
Move along now. I'm just joking.
Where you get that phone from?
This?
Yeah.
This is my retro phone from Amazon.
Yeah, everybody, if you need to call the hotline, just call the pink phone.
Call me.
Does that actually work?
Yes, it does.
What is it?
It's Bluetooth.
A Bluetooth phone?
Yeah, so I had one and it had a cord, and the cord just would get a short in it. Like I can, you would use it like a USB, like you plug it into your phone.
Oh.
And it works. I prefer it. I like it because I'm old school. I'm an old head like you. So I miss this. Like I miss having
Wait a minute.
this.
So that's
This is an actual phone.
That's wild.
And it's a Bluetooth. It just connects to my phone. And if somebody calls me, I just be walking around and people like,
niggas gonna think you crazy.
not even. You know what's crazy is everybody's like, where'd you get that? Oh my God. Like, especially like if I'm out, like getting my hair done or just like doing something where I can't put the phone to my ear or I'm like doing something on my phone. It's like extremely helpful. I love it.
I'm about to get me one of them things. Go ahead, you sit in the corner.
I love nostalgic weird shit.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, that shit is nostalgic. I ain't seen one of them motherfuckers in a minute. Yeah.
There used to be a payphone by
Trinity,
you remember?
we used to call 800 numbers on there.
I don't remember.
There used to be a thing where you have a payphone, right? And you can like dial a certain number and hang it up, and it'll just start ringing and ringing.
Yeah, I remember that.
Or we used to call home collect. We used to call home when we wanted to stay outside. We used to just call collect on that phone.
No.
Or we used to call like 900 numbers or like 800 numbers. I remember Hot 97 had like a dating site and you used to call in and it was like chat rooms and we used to call in and just make profiles. That shit used to be dumb fun. Yeah.
Wow.
I miss like the old way. Like we used to have chat rooms weren't like tech now, like we used to type everything. Like it just used to be a whole bunch of people on their phones in their house all talking in a room. Like we used to go in chat rooms all the time. You just meet kids from all over the place. I had crazy ass cousins and they used to have me in like Harlem, Long Island, like all over the place, just meeting people off of freaking off of chat rooms.
That's wild.
It is, right?
I don't know. I must have missed that.
I think you was too young. No, I'm joking.
Nah.
Because I was like, what, 15, 16 years old? So yeah, you were definitely not doing that.
Okay.
You were not old enough to be like.
How old was I at that time then?
When I was 16?
Yeah.
Well, how old are you now? You don't have to say that. I'm just joking. I'm like at least 4 years older than you. 3 years.
I was doing some things around.
So you were at 13?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So was I. We were like, I call us outdoor kids. Yeah, and my kids are outdoor kids, but like we were never in the
See,
house.
I wasn't allowed to be outside for too long. That's the problem.
And my dad used to be like, if you don't get your weird dark ass out this house, turn on the fucking lights. Yeah. Stop drawing. Stop reading them weird ass dark books. Take your ass outside. And then it was like a can of Pringles once you pop the top, fun don't stop. Like it was like that kind of thing. It was like once I went outside or I started going outside, I never wanted to come back in the house.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Like I used to like my pops was like military. Like if I went outside, I had to be back home 3 hours after and could not be a minute late. If I was a minute late, I was in trouble. So I was like trying to find the best way to maximize my time. Some days it was where like, hey man, this girl looking nice, we chilling. I think she like me. I think I'm gonna sacrifice this time. I'm gonna take an L today.
I'm gonna take a beating today.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the beating today.
Yeah, that was like one of the weirdest things about my childhood was like, it was really weird because my dad was very heavy disciplinarian. Yeah. But he was also, maybe because of the type of kid I was very introverted. Mm-hmm. So I was always like forced to go outside. Like, that's where I became like a party animal. Like, we used to have like Southside and Remington parties. And I did not want to go. And my cousin was like, just go, I'll watch you. And I'm like, I don't want to. I don't want to. And my dad was like, go. And it was just like, then it became like an every Friday thing, like an every Friday, Saturday thing. We were like always outside. And then New Rock came. And New Rock like we were just after like turning into a teenager, it was like, I don't want to stay in the house with y'all. Yeah, and then they were trying to keep us in the house.
I ain't gonna lie. Once I got my freedom, I was not giving it up. I left the crib at 17. I was just like,
I left the house at like I was 15, 16 when I moved out.
Yeah. It got wild. I'm not gonna lie, but definitely. I wish I would have stayed now in retrospect. But
I'm glad I left.
Yeah.
it got a little heavy.
Yeah.
It's time to go.
Yeah.
See ya.
I get that.
What's going on in the news right now? Where are we at in the world?
There's a lot going on, man. We got the Russian wars, Russian and Ukraine, like going crazy over there in Ukraine. Bro, this nigga, I seen somebody covering, had on Joe Rogan. It was like, that Putin has to win this war, and Biden has it like he cannot win this war, and Putin has already stated that he will be willing to use nuclear weapons if things don't go the way he wants. So, I think what he was trying to get at is basically saying that we don't necessarily need to have any parts in this. Like, we can let him have his way right here. Is it worth risking him dropping nuclear bombs? But the thing is if he loses after him talking all that shit, like it's almost like guaranteed that he's willing to drop the bomb. Like he has to win this war. So if all else fails, he might push that button.
Where do you think where do you think humanity is gonna be like in the next like 400 years? Like
if we're not extinct.
We're not going to go extinct.
You think extinct?
I don't think we're going to go extinct.
I think the problem with humanity, I feel like we kind of like don't know when.
Extinct though?
I don't think extinct.
Either on another fucking planet. No. I feel like we don't do enough. We're not being proactive, like the environment. Like the fact that Trump was able to like take all the funding away from those like green companies and I'm not gonna say I'm educated enough to know what they are, but things that like protect the atmosphere and shit like that. Like that shouldn't even be an option. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like we should already have nothing but electric cars. Niggas is still talking about nuclear weapons as if that's an option. I feel like one of these crazy motherfuckers gonna blow this shit up, bro.
I don't know. I don't think. I don't think we're gonna go extinct. I think humans are gonna be here like for like a while. Like when you think about it, we already been here for how many years? For like
what, civilization?
From when you talk about like ancient Egyptians and shit like that.
Yeah, but there's still before that. There is ancient people that we have like hints of and like evidence that existed.
Yeah.
But where are they?
And you think that we're heading to the end now?
Where are they?
I
don't know. I'm not saying I don't think that it's like 100% like that's where we're going. But I wouldn't be surprised. Honestly, like
You know, there's a lot of places on Earth that we don't know about, right?
Yeah, but
like there's a lot of hidden. There's a lot of hidden places.
Destroy.
There's a lot of places a nuke can destroy. I understand that, but the Earth will always regenerate itself, and I think that there's people who are natural to here that can withstand certain things. I think we've been made to be afraid of a lot of things, and I think that we will probably evolve as a species, like, because we did this episode, like, on a previous episode where we talked about the different species of people. We're going to, like, I don't think that we're going to leave. I think we're going to naturally evolve and the Earth will heal itself.
I mean,
like,
the Earth always heals itself.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think
ain't here for when it healed. You know
are they though? We have alligators and we got lizards. So that's what I'm saying. There's an evolution.
Like, all right, so like T-Rex didn't evolve. That nigga dead.
Some species will go extinct.
And that's what I'm saying. So I feel like life as we know it maybe is a big chance that it will not be the same. Like the same way the ancients.
I don't think it's supposed to be the same though.
Yeah, but I the one common thread though is that we've always been advancing.
We have.
You know?
We have.
And
but sometimes that could be to our detriment. Like this Elon Musk been warning niggas, yo, chill with the AI shit. This is one of the world's smartest mans in the world. Like, I
don't know. I think humans are always gonna figure it out.
We almost ain't figured out COVID, bro. Like you know how many people died on COVID?
I don't think we weren't gonna figure out COVID.
But look how quickly my nigga, the numbers. Do you
understand that there was like the Black Plague?
Yeah, but I mean,
like, you get what I'm saying?
That didn't happen to us.
For something to like really kill off like humanity, everyone.
I think it's a possibility.
It wasn't going to be.
You know why I think it's a possibility? Because before COVID, niggas would say the same thing that you're saying now, but they just showed us, like, bro, the amount of people that die. I don't think people really are either desensitized or I don't think we understand the weight and the numbers of people. This one fucking flu, I think it's disease killed. It killed a lot of people.
I think it filtered people that can't go into the next stage of where the Earth is going. That's my perspective. It was just like people who aren't meant like. I know you don't really like the Bible, but in the book of Revelations, it just talks about like the veil, and everybody thinks like the end of times is the end of everything, and it's really not. It's just the end of one time and the beginning of another. Like nothing ever really ends. Matter cannot be destroyed. It can only be transferred and transformed into something else. I don't think we might look different. We might sound different. I think that the Earth will do certain things, create certain natural disasters, certain sicknesses and illnesses that filter out people who can't take it to the next phase.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like so here's my problem with that. It's just like we don't know.
Yeah, we don't know.
We don't know.
Yeah, I don't think anything's in a book either.
Yeah, I don't think it's like a fact.
Yeah, okay, that's what
I said. It was a perspective,
and I hear you, but I just feel like to say that it's not possible, or it's like if people will figure it out. I think that's the mentality that gets us into trouble. Like I think that's the
mentality that keeps us going.
Again, perspective, I guess.
Wait, you're saying we're like the mentality of we're gonna figure it out?
Yeah, whatever comes, we'll figure it out. Like I feel like we need to be a little bit more proactive. I don't feel like we're proactive
in terms
enough.
Of disease, war.
I feel like there shouldn't be any nuclear weapons. Like there shouldn't be any nuclear weapons.
Yeah, I agree with that. But you're saying that eventually there will be no mankind.
I'm saying I think there's a plausible chance
in 400 years that
in 400 years there may not be any mankind. Yeah, I think that's true.
Nobody walking the earth.
Could be. But I think I don't like bro, like natural disasters are getting crazy. Fuck in New York, it's like almost like a fucking tropical not tropical.
New York's gonna end up underwater. And so is California.
New York is definitely gonna end up underwater. But things are changing as they always do, but it's just like drastic things are changing that we don't have answers for. Bro.
The Ice Age, it happens.
It happens.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's a natural part of the world and the earth doing what it does.
Okay, so as like I said, the same way dinosaurs was here, the same way there's a civilization that we discovered that we don't have any idea where they are. I feel like that could end up being us as well.
What if I don't believe in dinosaurs? What if I know it's crazy to say, but
my dad hit me with that shit. One time, I was just like, I got so frustrated. I'm not gonna lie, bro. It's just because his argument for that was like, it doesn't say it in the Bible, and I'm just like, bro, there is so many like evidence of these things that existed.
Not really. Not really. What evidence?
What, the dinosaur bones?
How you know they didn't
make those up?
Why?
You know that.
This is the shit I be talking about.
I'm just challenging.
I know you're challenging. You're playing devil's advocate, but
I'm not on either side. So I don't really give a fuck.
How do you know that? How do you know that?
How do you argue with people that?
How do you even know that we're living on a floating rock in space? For sure.
Then, if that's the case, we know absolutely nothing outside
exactly.
of
What if we're like on
so
the
at the end of the day, if we used to sit here and debate whether mankind is going to exist in 400 years, it's like, what are we talking about it for?
But I'm saying, like,
all the information that you got and I got, it could be a fucking Truman.
What if none of this shit is real? Like, what if?
So in purpose of having an intellectual debate about it, we have to go by certain guidelines and laws of rules to engage the content or the conversation. If we just say everything we believe to be true is just up in the air, then what's the point of talking? Are these words really being said right now? Like, are we really here? What are we doing right now?
I ask myself that all the time.
Hell no, man. I'm like, that conversation just like, no. I like shit that's like, so for instance, like, this is why I don't like debate with people that like heavily like religious, because I just feel like there's no answering like anything, because when they don't know, they have no or reasonable theory to something, it's just like, we're not meant to understand. It's just like, bro.
But there are some, you can't say that there's something that we're not meant to understand.
If you're going by that, right? There's so much technological advances and the point that we're at in society, mankind is smarter than it's ever been.
Agreed.
Right? So
wait.
Are we though?
This society.
Are we?
This society is smarter than this society has ever been.
We're way as advanced.
No, because we got people that built pyramids and we still don't know how to build them.
But look at the things that we're doing now. They're lugging pyramids, and we have fucking construction.
But we can't build the pyramid. We can't recreate the pyramid.
But they can't do what we can do either.
How do you know that?
How do you know that?
What those people were capable of, because
they were motherfucking writing on papyrus, and we're fucking going to Staples.
You don't know what they was doing though. But that's the thing.
But how do you know they did?
What they were doing?
Pulling rocks, talking about this nigga's in the construction truck talking about.
But we don't know that.
With the claw and the caterpillar and all that. They ain't had no cranes out there.
We don't know what they have, bro.
We know. Did nobody digged up a crane, nigga? Then we would have digged up cranes. The niggas had horses pulling carriages.
I'm just saying,
now we got Chargers and Hellcats. You ever hear fucking Hellcat? My nigga.
No. I mean, I get what you're saying, my nigga. But like, for instance, they've discovered UFOs, right? What if that's just the ancient civilization that just decided to dip?
No, but if it's gonna be a practical conversation, right?
But that's not
aliens don't exist.
What? Wait a minute, aliens definitely exist.
They exist, but scientific.
But no.
Practical
We're not. But see, look. We have sightings. We have people that have fucking documented. The fucking government, Trump released the fucking shit.
Humans are so 51. Egotistical. You really think that this whole universe and we're the only
exactly?
We're not.
Definitely.
You really think we're the only things here?
So this is the difference between religious.
Okay.
Hold on. Listen. Yeah, we're trying to get you with the alien shit. So we're gonna sit here and say, look, there has been several sightings of alien activity or UFO activity, whatever.
Right.
And there's been different stories that all seem to align with each other. My nigga, I have never seen a flying chariot on fire. I've never seen a midget take out a giant. I've never seen 40 fucking different types of animals on a boat for 40 days and night and not eat each other. Like, my nigga, these are things that have never been seen ever in a book. So the two is like, so when you sit here saying like, what if we're really not here? All right, well, okay, maybe we're not, but what do we do with that? This is something that people have seen. Look, they said it in this year.
But you know what's crazy?
Look,
it's crazy because you're talking about religious texts and you're talking about the Bible. But the Bible that they're talking about and the true extent of the Bible, there's so many books of the Bible. There's aliens in the Bible. The angels that they speak of, if you read the Bible and they describe what an angel looks like, it don't look like no fucking white person with wings.
So if we take it
I'm serious. No, I'm just trying to like. I know that like a lot of religious people, they are confined to the book that's given to them, right? But from a person who's like really, really, really into all this shit. Literally, the angels look like aliens. They have one eye, and they have like I'm gonna find some and I'm gonna show you like pictures of what angels look like. They're terrifying.
I'm good.
They're fucking terrifying. What I'm saying is, a lot of people who are in religion, they're indoctrinated into a system, a strict system that takes the Bible literally. The Bible is not meant to be read literally. If you were to decode, and then there's like the Book of Enoch, there's so many books that are not added and that people who are Christian don't know of, where the stuff that you're speaking of is in the Bible.
So that's what I'm talking about. There are many people such as yourself that say the Bible's allegorical. And then there's a shit ton more that take it literal.
They're
and then it's like when you talk to them about real life shit,
I think
you
can't. When you talk about the Bible and religion, it always throws a monkey wrench in any type of industry or topic.
Yeah,
if you talk about the church and the state, you get what I'm saying? It throws a monkey wrench in topics like abortion. If on conversations like right now, we're talking about the Bible and things like, because I was gonna say, if UFOs are real, then duppies are real, ghosts are real.
They are.
I disagree.
You see what I mean?
Because it's
you think that spirit and energy can't
because there's government connections. You get what I'm saying? You can look on
so maybe I don't
CIA.
know much about that.
You can look at CIA and
I'm telling
there'll be spirits walking around and shit like that. But it's the same thing for UFOs.
So what does that have to do with religion though?
I'm saying I'm making the correlation because it throws in a monkey wrench between mystical and practical truths. Right?
Okay.
So but what's adjacent to it is the argument between ghosts, because it's also a mystical spiritual thing, and UFOs.
I just feel like
but there's science behind.
UFOs is a little bit more realistic though
than ghosts.
Yeah.
Really?
I just don't. But
there's there's actually scientific evidence of spirit.
I gotta see that
spiritual,
because I've never seen that.
Like entities and things. You can use thermo. I forget what it's called, but it's like it detects the heat.
Oh yeah, you can
literally measure the heat in a space.
Let's stop talking about ghosts with that door swinging up and down.
No, it's the wind.
Yeah, well,
it's the wind.
No, this is the thing that I'm saying is when you don't know something, you're afraid of it. If you don't, I'm not talking about you.
I don't know because I don't know.
But in general, when people don't have enough understanding of a thing and they're only fit in one like construct of an idea of a thing, they don't know what's outside of it. They're gonna be afraid.
Okay,
they're gonna reject everything outside of what they're told.
So
that doesn't mean that there aren't things out there.
For me personally, my thing is this: if it's plausible, if it's like if somebody just says like if you blink too many times, your fucking head's gonna explode. I'm not listening to you, bro. Like, where did you get this from, my nigga? Like, and I'm gonna come with a series of questions. Have you seen this? No. Who told you about this? My mom. Has she seen anybody's head explode? No. Who told her about this? Her mom. And then it starts to be like, I need more than like hearsay.
You need scientific journals.
So I need not even. It doesn't even have to be scientific journals. It needs to be something logical. Like, why do you think this is true in a world of people just talking? You know what I mean? Like, I need more than like
hearsay.
Yeah, I just need more than that. And it has to have some type of like, okay, how many people have seen this? Okay, this person said he saw something that's
like I said, you're talking about scientific.
Just logical thinking.
You're talking about scientific method.
But you gotta think about this. Like when you think about like the power of, and it goes back, it comes full circle to mankind and humans and God and things like that and anomalies, right? Before Usain Bolt, people would say, well, it's not genetically possible that a man can run this fast. Nobody has ever ran this fast.
Until somebody does.
You get what I'm saying?
So it wasn't possible till then.
But
it
I'm
was
saying,
always possible. Somebody had
it
to
was
do
always possible.
But in order to know, somebody has to do it.
But without that person thinking that it was possible, it would never happen.
Universal law number one, all is mind, mentalism.
But we're talking about, so that's, I get the analogy you're trying to make, but I still feel like it's a little too simplistic for the fact that like we're talking about somebody achieving something that has never been achieved before. I'm talking about things existing that have never been proven to exist. Like things that like I can't like, I have to summon a demon so everybody knows it's real. Nobody can do that. I need something.
It's belief like, at the end of the day.
Belief. I get the belief, but the belief in I can accomplish this versus the belief that this exists. The accomplished thing, there's a way to go about it. So whatever Usain Bolt did to get that speed, and he dig deep and found the way to do it. So many years of people saying like, this in the Bible, and nothing has happened, and they still blindly believe it. Just scares me. It's like
there's miracles.
Like what?
Wait.
Like there's things that happen. Like somebody has cancer and they just
beat cancer.
Magically, it just magically goes away.
See, that's the thing that bothers me though.
Yeah, we
don't know why it happened, so we're just gonna say the Bible.
No, I didn't say it was a Bible. I said it's a miracle,
and I believe in miracles. I'm not saying that things don't. Yeah. I'm not saying that there's nothing like a wonder of the world that cannot happen. I get that. When it's the like when people turn it into like something else, like something great happens. And they just take that this happened, so this must be true. And it's just like I'm like, bro, like where the fuck did that? Like, how'd you get this and then got this? It's just like, you know what I mean? It's like it kind of fucks me up like math, my nigga. Like X, Y, Z. This is like, yo, this is the answer. Like, I just need to know how you got from this to that.
I think when somebody has wait, listen, hold on, because when somebody is going through like a real traumatic moment, right? And there's no light at the end of the tunnel, and everyone and everything has failed on them, right? And out of nowhere, within a matter of seconds, their whole world turns to the better, and what they imagined could be the worst thing ever turned to the best thing ever. The only thing you can look at and say who's responsible for that cause is something supernatural like God. So that's why they're taking.
Or maybe the fucking doctor made a mistake and thought it was something. And
I'm taking it out of the cancer analogy, but I'm saying it could be somebody homeless living on the street with their kids, and something they struck the lotto. Yeah. Or it could be anything.
Could be anything.
So that energy of like the person that's living on the street with their kids, they struck the lotto. They were like, oh, I'm lucky today.
So my thing
you
is,
know what I mean? Is that,
and I hear that,
just coincidence?
So my thing is, that person got it. What did that person do for God to shine His light on him? And why is the kid in Africa that got like fucking bugs eating out his brain? Why is he not worthy of God's touching?
Like it's just also,
and when that question, hold on, before you answer, when that question comes up, you're not supposed to know God's plan. I'm not trying to hear that, bro.
I can tell you.
I'm not trying to hear that. This person's worthy and this person's not. What if they did the same type of life? They both were good people. They both were bad people.
This is all in my opinion, right? And I think this can help just like your thought, just thought process. A lot of things is like I've been in a position where I made things happen from scratch, from thin air, right? So I can say it worked for my life, right? Mm-hmm. A lot of the times when you think like that, when you have good right in front of you, but you're constantly thinking about the bad, you're attracting the bad. You know what I mean?
So the person that doesn't get it.
No, I'm not saying, because life is not tit for tat like that, you know? Life does it like, things bend and move to energy. Like everything is energy. And it's funny because we're having a practical conversation and now it goes into some sort of mystic conversation, because there's something mystical that exists in our practical reality. And I think everybody here can agree on that. You know, that it's not all numbers and math and black and white. There's a gray area to life.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, there is.
That gray area, you could say you're spiritual, or you can say you're Muslim, or you could say you're Christian. Whatever you say, we all know that there's a gray area to this life, right? And what I'm saying is this thing is there's a lot of moving gears, and it's like an onion. It's very multi-layered, and it's like wherever you're focusing your energy on. Of course there's a yin and yang to life. Of course there's things bad happening in people in Africa or third world countries.
One can't exist without the other.
Yeah, one can't exist without like that. That's how life is. You can't
experience
that's how life is.
Love and not feel immense pain.
You can't sit here and say that God will choose just like, so if, here's my opinion, and if I'm wrong, hopefully I apologize to anybody I hurt, and then I'm wrong. But what kind of God? So let's use the same analogy. Somebody got cancer, terminal cancer, they're about to die.
Why does it have to be God?
Hold on, let me. That's what I'm addressing this before we address 10,000 other things. The analogy is that person gets a miraculous fucking revival, and the cancer's completely gone, right? The cancer is known for killing millions of people. So what is the trade-off is, so we're going to say, like, say if God, you always forget God. Say every time there's something bad, it has to be good, because that's just how life is, right? What is the purpose of having one person and then these 50 million people die for the same disease? Why is this one?
But you see where your head goes? It's not one person and 50 million people dying. It's 50 million miracles. And
where's the 50 million miracles? Because a miracle is a miracle because it never fucking happens. If it's 50 million miracles, it's no longer a miracle. You're just like, hey, we gotta hope that your roulette works.
I think rather than looking at it as God, I think I look at it as just universal law. I look at it as like life can get as dark as a cheetah in the fucking pitch black jungle killing a helpless prey. Yeah. Right?
Okay.
And then it can get as joyful as a newborn baby.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? These are just laws of life, and it's not bad or good. It's love. Yeah, it is what it is.
And I get that.
Yeah.
So the problem I have is when we turn that right there, what you said is practical and realistic. It's random, RNG, random number generation. But then we take it and we're like, oh, something good happened to me that was not expected. It's God. in my mind, like, bro, if that's the God that we have, like, that's not really a good God, is it?
Well, I think everybody has their
you
own.
keep switching it to like it's almost reminds me of like Disney.
What you mean?
Like how women look at princesses and Prince Charming and things like that, and the dated market doesn't work like that. You know,
Yeah,
I don't think that's the way like life works. To where it's like,
I know life doesn't work like that.
Yeah,
I'm talking about when people take, as you said, there's good things that happen, there's bad things that happen. This is how life is. It's random.
Yeah.
But when people take the good things and like, yo, yes, God did this for me, I find it kind of weird. It's just like,
I don't like when people, I could be wrong. Like, I'm not an expert on religion, but this is the way I live my life. I don't like when people personify God, because that doesn't make sense. It makes more sense when you said, oh, the universe did this for me. The way I'm moving and the way my energy is going, this happened for me. God is not no motherfucking wizard that's like, good luck.
Yeah,
good luck.
That's what I
bad
have a
luck.
problem with.
Good luck.
That's
bad
what I have a problem with.
Like
That's what it is.
You never, because I'm saying you never had coincidences.
Of course.
Like
We've spoken about
weird shit.
Yes.
Like, why did that happen?
Yes, many times.
Why did this happen?
So
I don't feel like going out tonight. I'm gonna go out, and you go out, and you meet the perfect person.
It's the littest night.
Not even it being lit,
but something great happens when you wasn't supposed to be there.
You need to meet you, and now you're not even drinking anymore. You found the perfect business partner. You know what I mean? Go ahead, Shana.
I think that I understand what you guys are saying, but you have to understand that everybody has their own personal relationship with a higher power, and some people will personalize that. A lot of people, when they're at rock bottom and they don't have nothing, or they're in a bad spot, sometimes it's like, I remember just being in treatment. I did believe in God. I still sometimes call the universe God. To me, it's like interchangeable. That's just how I identify it. However,
I guess it's not
a lot of people, when they're in a place where they feel they have no power, they want to believe that there's something or someone bigger than them that's going to help them out of where they are. So you can say you don't like it, or you hate when people do that, but some people need that to stay alive. Like, their faith in something bigger than themselves, someone bigger than themselves that has a plan for them, it keeps them going. Like, I recently I was talking to a cousin of mine, and she just started going to church, and she was like, oh, well, you need to come to my church. And I was like, you know what? No, I don't. I was like, I'm glad that you're building your relationship with God. I have my own personal relationship with my own higher power. If I call that God, I call that the universe. That's my personal relationship.
And I don't see nothing wrong with that.
So what I'm saying is, like, for her, she's in a space where she needs someone. She needs a community. Yeah. She needs, like, church is really about fellowship with people who it's supposed to be about fellowship. It's supposed to be about a gathering of people under God. These people are leaning on something bigger than themselves to get them out of where they are. Does it always work? Maybe not. But sometimes it does. And I feel like you can not agree with someone who thinks like that, but sometimes that's the thing that keeps someone going.
That's the part I believe in, right? And when I switch it, right, you can switch it and you can look at it like some people believe in the devil. Is the devil some evil wizard that's going bad luck, kill, kill, kill? People are honing in on this evil energy so much. It reminds me of how all the drill niggas say, I'm on demon time. I'm on demon time. I'm a fuck his bitch. I'm gonna rob that nigga. I'm on demon time. He's on his demon shit. And it's really personifying an energy to a face. That's what everybody's really doing. But all we're really doing is glorifying energy. Like, yeah.
Well, the thing is, the only thing I have
some reading, because there's, like, outside of religion, there are entities bigger than us. Like, we are, like, it's so egotistical that humans think that we're the only things that exist, and nothing, just because we don't see it, it's not real. Like, there's a whole study of metaphysics. There's a whole study of theology. Like, there's scientific people who study all of these things. So even if we don't exactly understand it from the level we are because we don't study it, doesn't mean that demons aren't actually something. Angels aren't actually something. That may be what we call it as people who don't understand more. But it's like, I think a lot of people just go off of their experiences, their biases, and what everybody says. It's like a lot of people just don't look further into those things. And they just like, oh, well, I don't believe in demons. Well, I do believe in demons. It's like, why can't both exist?
Again, I don't know what I believe in. The more I learn, the more I hear, I do think I'm a strong believer in energy. I do believe that energy is something that, I don't know. I think it's something supernatural about it, and we don't have a full understanding about it. But it's just something that I guess the listener, Sade, I do understand. Like some people do need certain like that faith or
that's all,
and I respect that. But I just feel like
pushy.
when they're
insistent on that's pushy, the only thing. It's annoying when
they're pushy, and when it gets too dangerous.
Yes.
When it's like God will, like there's been people like that.
I have a client like that.
That's like, oh, God will handle this. God will handle this. God
and it's like, nah, you need.
I'm just like, bro, no.
But you see, what's even crazy about that is because I have a client like that, and she's like, oh, God's gonna move me. I'm like, listen, what if God sent me here to help you make steps so that you can move? In the Bible, it literally says God does not work without, like, you have to take the steps, and God works with you. So, like I said, I think it's like people not fully understanding the text itself, or just kind of like blindly listening to, like when you said it gets dangerous, is when you're blindly following somebody and just taking their word for it and not looking for and understanding it for yourself.
Yeah, that's so
it gets,
the shit that fucks with me.
It gets problematic when you have situations where it's like you can help yourself, but you're waiting on God to help you.
Yeah,
So I'm on the same page as you when you say like, I hate when people do that. Like me and my dad used to battle all the time, and I'm smart, so I read the whole Bible. Yeah. I read the whole Bible by the time I was 15. Nobody loved God more than I love God growing up. I grew up in church. I was in church 6 days a week. Bible study. I was a youth minister. Okay, I was like balls deep in Christianity, and it wasn't until they turned on me and I was having a hard time and
that's another thing.
And then I got to a place in my life where I kind of was just like, yo, God, you don't fuck with me, so I don't fuck with you. And then I had a situation where it literally is like, yo, I think I'm here for a reason. Like certain things happen and I'm not dead and I'm not in jail. And it's like, how? So it's like, then I remember, like I said earlier, I went into treatment. They're like, listen, all you need to keep going is to believe that when you don't have the power, there's something higher than you that does. And a lot of people choose God. They're doing construction across the street. Like a lot of people choose God. Like some people you can choose whatever you want. And it's crazy because even in the Bible, it says there's no one way to the truth. There's no one way to this answer. Like everybody's going to have their own path and everybody's going to figure it out in their own way. And I don't judge as long as you don't push that shit in my face. So it's like, I understand where people come from when they spew all of that. And it's like, that's well and fine, but that's your path. That doesn't mean that it has to be mine. Like I told my cousin, I was like, enjoy your journey. But as soon as your spirit ain't getting fed and you don't leave church with a full heart and your soul feel full, it's time to go.
You know, I'm in school right now, and I'm doing math. And it's a pretty like low-level math because I was always horrible at math, so I had to redo it. And I was going over some problems with one of my professors. No, it wasn't the professor first. It was another student that kind of like was getting good grades. So I'm like, hey, how'd you get this? And they started explaining the problem to me, and it was just like, I think it was something to do with finding, y equals mx plus b was the formula defining slope or whatever. So first off, the thing that fucked me up was the letters. Like, anytime letters is, like, involved in fucking problems other than X, I'll be like, yo, what is happening here? So, anyways, she looked at the problem, did, like calculated shit in her head real quick, did something real quick, and then wrote the answer. and I just got frustrated. I'm like, yeah, I'm good. Like, it's just like, where did you come up with this? And I think that's my problem.
That's why I like my teachers.
That's my problem with religion. It's like, whenever time there's a problem, like this, I've been so many times in my life where I had bad things happen to me, and it's like, damn, I didn't understand. Like I left my house at an early age. I was a dope by like 16, 17 years old, fucking my own fucking shit going on. And I didn't know how to figure shit out, or like, why did I grow up with like certain traumas that I had to deal through? Like, why did this happen to me? And then the answer is always God. That shit just like infuriated me, bro. It was just like,
very infuriating.
Bro, I'm going through X, Y, and Z, and like this is going to change my life forever. And the answer you have for me is, you need to read the Bible more. Yo, fuck you. You know, like that shit just like, it just pisses me off, bro. Like that's not the answer to everything. It cannot be the answer to everything. And that's the thing that I think why I have like this personal vendetta against it. And I understand what you're saying, what people need, what they need, and how it helps out. You need to
heal that. I think that I've been there too. So I know exactly the frustration and the pain and the annoyance that you feel from that. I think that you need to find a place in you. Like there's something there that you need to like address. I don't think that you're wrong for feeling the way that you do. I do feel like there is a lot more to, I guess, a spiritual understanding beyond within the Bible and outside of the Bible that could have helped you. And I said this before to someone else. It was just like, I was frustrated growing up because it was like I was going through something and I needed somebody to tell me what to do. Like, tell me what to do. And they just kept saying the same thing. Go to God, go to God, go to God. And I'm like, shut the fuck up with that. Yeah.
So what I think what they were saying to you is I didn't read like one of my goals is to read all the holy books, right? And so I just know this because like it was taught to me from my grandma. She was telling me, but it's like the Bible is like all the best self-help books in one. So a short answer, instead of them giving you that advice, they want you to go find it and read the parable in the Bible instead of giving you the actual advice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
like the story of Moses
it just sucks because it's a lazy way of giving you help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's like this thing. I was in a real hard time and I screenshotted this thing. I don't have the phone hooked up. But they have like, if you're stressed, James 1
basically a guideline.
2-4, or if you're insecure, you can read Psalm 73,
the book of Psalms 23, is a great book.
Feeling alone, brokenhearted, Psalm 73, needing faith, John 5, confused, Matthew 7. It's just,
what about heart attack at 27? What chapter that is?
Heart attack at 27 is like hope.
Genesis, like,
you get what I'm saying?
But seriously,
that's Planet Fitness. That's what that is.
That's what I was trying to lead to, was that there is something. There is literally a story. There's an allegory. There's something in there. Like,
definitely wasn't.
Like my dad does it for me now. He loves regurgitating, and then I'm able to listen to it and get what I need out of it. And I'm like, and like you said, in your time, like a lot of times I would say, like, I wandered the desert for so long. That's the story of Moses when he got the what's the names out of Egypt, when he delivered the Jewish out of Egypt. The story of Job. Like, a lot of the stories are about faith, having faith, or getting through trials and meeting hardships. Like, a lot of the stories have something to it. It's like reading freaking Little Red Riding Hood. That's the way I saw it. Like, especially like when I was little, I just thought they were good stories, but they're like fables, and they're like, there's like little things that you can learn from each story. I don't think to like adhere to it to the point that you're this like strict Christian. I think that it does you're doing yourself a disservice.
Listen, this is just my thinking from the past.
Of course.
As an adult now, I understand that it's a good book for like references and like motivation and like moral guidance.
Yes.
But as far as like as an adult now, as I'm standing here, I've read the whole Bible several times. I don't remember everything because I was forced to read it, but I do understand that it has good lessons. But my thing is, it's not the answer for all. That's all I'm saying.
No, it's definitely
it's not the answer for all. This, in my mid-30s right now, standing here to you, telling you that most of the things that I've had to figure out in life may have been God on my side, but I had to do shit myself. I had to get off my ass. I had to figure shit out myself. Like the whole heart attack 27, I know it was joking, but it wasn't because I was unhealthy. I was actually in the best shape of my life. I had just came out of the military and I was fucking not even eating meat. So I went to the doctors. Doctors didn't have the answers. I went to God. God didn't have the answers. I had to research and find out fucking shit and then find that one doctor that was willing to listen to me to find out the thing. Yep. So I'm not saying that spirituality is not a good thing, and this is definitely a good thing. This just doesn't have all the answers. That's all I like. I feel like it's a little misleading when people try to make it seem like that's the end all be all. It's just not. That's all I'm saying. I respect it. I respect people that you know whatever faith they follow. I feel like everybody should be able to worship in any way they see fit. I just don't like when people try to make it the forefront of every conversation.
Yeah, that's annoying. Shit is annoying.
Like it's like
and God said.
You know, that's just you know what I mean? It's like when we're trying to solve an issue, I'm not trying to like hear your propaganda or your campaign for why I should.
And that's why sometimes I go to my dad. Sometimes I go to a book.
And that's all.
Sometimes I research, but it like you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Like I don't like my dad is my dad, and I love him. And sometimes I need a good word. Sometimes I like the shit he says to me. I'm like, oh, thank you, Dad. Like I needed that. However, there's sometimes where he couldn't help me with nothing, and I had to figure it out for myself. And it goes in reverse too. Like you ever have a negative friend?
Yeah.
Yep.
With that one nigga that no matter what, like, yo, bro, today, bro, I just got a new job. Man, let me tell you about these fucking jobs, my nigga. It's just shit, nigga. Stop trying to pull me into your cult.
That's what I was trying to say with the whole analogy of, oh, why does this person have it bad, but these person have it bad, or that person has it good, and you get what I'm saying? It's like once you put yourself in a good state of energy, you take away from it by just bringing in like the
like a negative
the negative parts. It's like looking at the glass like half empty.
But see, I don't think I would, when I say shit like that, I don't think I'm looking at it negatively. I'm looking at it realistically. I think it's bad to just have retardedly. Nah, I'm not say retardedly. Excuse me. Just unrealistic optimism is what I would call it. It's like you're not going to be aware of the dangers that exist if you're constantly saying that everything's going to go this way because God. Like that's not the answer to life. You have to do things yourself.
It's like misguided faith.
Yes.
I'm looking at it more so as it's not like you're what you're saying is dismissing things.
Yes.
Like I'm not saying really dismissing things because you can be cautious and be aware. Like I know that
you must.
I can buy this Lambo and I'm in a high, but I know this Lambo goes fast enough to kill me.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm not going to talk about going fast enough to kill me with you, but I'm gonna be cautious.
Okay, well that's cool. But so in a sense, when we're having a conversation,
I'm looking at it. You're saying like, you know what I mean? These niggas die on a motorcycle.
Nah, that's not what I'm saying.
I just got a Harley Davidson, but it's like.
So here's what I'm saying. So like what we was talking about was where civilization gonna be in 400 years, right?
Right.
We were talking about how like there's definitely a possibility of us not existing based off a lot of things that we overlook. I think we need to be more proactive as a people. That's what I was saying. I didn't say it's like 100% going to happen. I said there's a likeliness to it.
Right.
And the responses, I guess, how we got to spirituality was basically saying like, something about like this has to happen because this has to happen, and I'm like, there's no logic in that. Like that's something that's optimistic.
No, but that's universal law also.
But
like it's literally a natural law that everything that dies, there's a rebirth. Like,
not as we know it. The dinosaurs are not back just because crocodiles exist.
That's the rebirth.
There's no T-Rexes.
That's the rebirth.
So what?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
crocodiles didn't
get
reborn. They survived.
There's a transformation and a transition that happens. Some things aren't meant to last that long.
So dinosaurs could not maybe exist as a different type.
That's what I said.
So that's not what we're talking about. We're not. So when we say, is humanity gonna exist 400 years from now? We're not talking about in a different form. Maybe we'd be called pterodactyl people. Like, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about they're gonna be an SJ 400 years from now. That's what we're talking about.
But I think that doesn't make sense. Why
does it not make sense?
Because impermanence, everything must change.
Okay,
that's the one constant of life. Everything has to change. Nothing stays the same.
So it don't get circular, right? And right? So it don't get circular, right? We're talking about 400 years from now, right?
What kind of humans are we talking about?
Well, can we say like 400 generations? I mean, four now. We gotta say 4 generations.
5 to 6.
It's gonna be different in 4. It's gonna be different.
I say 4 generations.
You're talking about 400 years. It's like 5 to 6 because people don't live to 100. Like, not everybody lives to 100.
I think we're gonna be living longer.
The average age people die like
5.
80.
That's what I'm saying. 80's rounded off to 100.
4 generations?
If people were,
you gotta add to each. If we're saying 4 generations,
and what you like average have a baby at 25. So yeah,
let's say 5. Because 4 generations ago, 4 generations ago was not 400 years ago.
So 5 generations.
Okay,
right?
5 generations.
Where were we at 5 generations ago?
Slavery, nigga.
I don't think 5 generations was slavery.
My grandmother's mother was born at the end of slavery.
Yeah.
My great grandmother in like
40s? No, I'm not 40s. The segregation ended in the 40s. Yeah, my mom was alive when colored and fucking.
Yeah, but I'm talking about slavery.
I know, but I'm saying look how close this stuff is. That's what I'm trying to say.
Just for number purposes.
Slavery.
When did it end?
It was over almost
5 generations
200 years ago. It was like 2-something years ago.
When did slavery end?
My great grandmother died at 104.
It ended in 1865. That is.
I was gonna say 68.
That is a little over 100 years ago. So if that's 4 generations, for you to say let's switch it from 400 years to 4 generations, that's
completely different.
That's like 200. That's 200 years or 100 years.
We're still definitely gonna be here.
That's what I'm saying. Like, so if we're talking about 400 years, that's like sucking 7 to 10 generations.
Wait, 1868?
1865.
1865?
That's when it ended.
How many years ago is that?
That's a little over 100. A little over 100 because we're not even in.
That's what I'm saying. My grandmother.
2065 would be 200 years.
My grandmother would be at 108 if she was still alive this year. She was born at the very end.
So 158 years ago.
So that's more than half of what the less than half.
So
it'd have to be like 10 generations if we're talking about
400
years.
So that was So we're talking about.
Yo, that's crazy. It was only 158 years.
That's not long.
That's not long at all.
Not long at all. That's crazy.
When I realized when my mom told me she was born when MLK died.
Into perspective, my
that's
nigga.
Just thinking,
that shit is
we would have been born a little bit earlier. Niggas have been in here like.
They would have had to kill me.
They would have had to. Well, then again, you never know though, because when things are normal, like for instance, calling people the F-bomb was normal not too long ago.
But that's what I'm saying. Like things change.
Now we can't even fathom calling somebody that.
Wait, hold on, because I want to stick to the 500 years ago.
500 years ago.
So
that was.
Let's.
That's the shit we used to learn in history.
We have 400 years of slavery, but damn, they 400 years.
1500s. What the fuck even went on in the 1500s?
That's what I'm saying, my nigga. That is a long fucking time.
So 1500s. Let's go look, because Sade, you should know this. What happened in the 1500s?
1500s. I don't know exactly. Like nobody even know. Like what is that?
The 1500s is that if it's AD.
That was a long fucking time ago.
That is a long time ago. That's a long ago. I thought it was crazy. Like when my grandmother told me she was born.
This is like pilgrim shit.
Yeah.
They
know that, dog.
The Dutch master.
I'm glad that we was born around this time.
That's like it's just like the beginning of where we are now.
Yeah.
Oh, this is when this is like a little
in 1942
after. So Christopher Columbus was killing off
natives at this time.
At that time, right? Yeah. America was.
I don't know who I am.
So America was just like coming together 500 years ago. So possibly there'll be new countries and new. That and new. So
you think 500 years from now is gonna be new countries?
Yeah. So you know that
new like
that's possible.
Societies and civilizations.
Okay, so
there's gonna be new continents and everything.
I don't think we're gonna be only on Earth if we exist.
We're not.
We're gonna be on different planets.
A lot of people are gonna go to Mars.
I don't think we leaving.
Why?
I think a lot of people are gonna leave.
I think it's not what we think out there.
I don't
think we ever left. I don't think we ever left.
See, now that's...
I know that's crazy to say.
No, it's not crazy. Because here's the thing. Like, that's something that I can say that it's plausible. Because it's like, there's not much footage. There's not much information. There's not much proof.
I don't think NASA even knows. They're still trying to figure it out. I think it's really complicated.
It's definitely complicated as fuck. But here's the thing, though. Here's my thing. The fact that, like, I don't think everybody's going to be permitted to leave. I feel like they're trying to figure out shit now.
Y'all don't watch movies?
I do.
Y'all don't watch movies? Y'all don't eat crab legs?
Because, like, all of this stuff that we're talking about is in, like, a lot of movies. So I feel like a lot of times when the movies they show us are getting us prepared for what they intend to do.
Is that Victorian era 500 years ago with, like, King Henry and all of that? Like,
hey, listen, I'm the worst person to talk about
there
this.
were, like, beheadings and doing all that.
Oh, definitely was beheaded.
Weird gay shit?
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably. I don't know nothing about it.
Like, but in a lot of the movies,
like witch hunts and shit like that. Was that
Salem witch trials? Yeah, definitely. And that's another thing, bro. Just think about it, bro. Like just 500 years ago, niggas like if you were suspected to be a witch,
I would have been.
You know how crazy that is, bro? What if like a bunch of people grab her hair? She's practicing witchcraft and just started like, nigga, what the fuck are y'all talking about?
Or if you do something like amazing, like it's like seeing
Galileo.
Michael Jordan jump from the foul line.
Gotta kill him.
Kill him. Nobody's supposed to do that.
Hey, no way this nigga just jump from the free throw line.
You know they did that to Galileo like 500 years ago. They said that he found all the stars. Like he's the one who like developed the telescope and was just like he was looking at the stars and they called him a witch.
Yeah, they killed him.
Sure did.
See, that's that's why I say like, yo, like 500 years ago, it seems like a long time, but it's just like, bro, like there was a lot of dumb shit.
That was a long time.
And now we talking about blowing each other up, bro. I feel like we would look, Kim Young-jun, whatever that nigga's crazy, bro.
He is crazy.
Do you know what they teach over there, bro?
You know he killed a family. He killed a woman because she mourned her kids being dead and not him.
Yo,
because their house burned down.
You see how crazy it is? That nigga has access to weapons. There's somebody that fucking crazy that has access to nuclear weapons. I think it's a very plausible fucking thought to be like, yo, we may not be here. What's stopping a nigga from pushing the button?
Right.
Bro, let me tell you something. When I was serving in Korea, every year we have a joint. So we have.
You were in North or South?
South. Yeah, we couldn't.
You can't go in the North.
Hell no. They don't even have like media.
They got a crazy ass bridge.
They can't see what's going on out here.
They have a crazy ass. You can't even go over the bridge. It is wild over there.
So check this out. There's the Rock Nation, the Rock Army, which is the Republic of Korea.
Yeah.
That can't be serious about nothing.
I just imagine niggas is like
the Rock Army.
Your boy. No, but so like they got the Rock Nation. No, oh my God.
I gotta keep going. Yeah. And we got guns and techs.
No. So there's the Rock Army, right? And we collab with them because listen. So the U.S. Army and the Rock Army, we do every year. There's like a event where we like basically it's a training event where we teach each other our tactics and. the dude Kim Il-jung would take offense to it every year. Every single year, it was like a tradition we had that we celebrate. It's not really a party, but it's like a training event. And we share our tactics with each other. Oh, we was doing this before. This is better how we do it now. If this happens, this is what we plan to do. And then we learn. And like close code of combat, whatever they do, and they have like a demonstration of their shit. Every year, he took it as an offense and threatened to blow, just send bombs. My nigga, this is not a joke. Didn't they? Like, this nigga is threatening to blow up.
Didn't he just bomb Japan?
I don't know. He might have.
They just, I about to say, I remember seeing something about.
So what I'm saying, like, yo, there's a person that he's that erratic that has access to weapons. Why is that? Like, I think it's like probably plausible saying like, oh, what if this man actually figures out how to make a nuke that actually can reach America? You know, that's what the only thing was stopping him, right? He was trying to send bombs over here, but they couldn't reach. He would say he's testing. And then when it didn't go far enough, oh yeah, we're going back to the drum, but we're just testing. My nigga, why are you trying to get this rocket to go over? My nigga, he is crazy.
He is crazy.
You got to think about it too. Mm-hmm. As we talk about the natural laws of the universe, there's karma. All of that shit that we did 500 years ago to get this country in place.
That's why I'm talking about the pendulum swinging.
What do you think?
It has to go the other way. It has to.
What do you when the karma? Because right now, it's like the karma goes backwards, and it's like almost like America's getting its karma from what they did to Black Americans.
It's being in its Pluto return.
Not just Black Americans, natives, fucking
right. But it keeps going back. What if the karma is now dating back to 1492?
Who knows?
You get what I'm saying?
So they say that karma, it's the it's America's Pluto return. Like,
is that America? You know what I mean? Relinquishing its land?
I don't think that it will go that far. I mean, they said that China and Russia just signed a deal with like coming up with this new currency is like equated to gold, which is very bad for us because it's gonna like.
And the US dollar don't mean shit anyway.
Yeah, well, now it's really about to not mean shit. And
that's why they kept trying to do that global
one currency.
Yeah, the global currency.
Yeah,
that's why everybody was scared of like the
New World Order.
The New World Order, because they want to have one currency for everybody.
I think that would make sense though.
I think so too.
That way we can like not have to worry about our dollar being devalued.
Our dollar is devalued. Our dollar don't mean shit.
Well, no, I mean, like, I've been to places like Colombia. And
I mean,
our dollar go a long way out
I'm
there.
saying where the big money is, like, as far as, like, how they measure our money, our money ain't shit.
Everybody's going through inflation.
Yeah.
But it's, like, different levels of inflation. Anybody that has real money or that's, like, a real investor knows that you can't have your money sitting in the bank because of inflation. It's gonna keep going down.
Yeah.
You need to have assets so those assets can appreciate and your money can go up. Yeah. Like somebody worth like 40 million don't got 40 million liquid. They don't got 40 million in the bank.
Yeah, they got 40 million in
net worth.
Yeah, so
they take the money out of that.
No matter how much the money is worth, just make a lot of it and put it into things that are worth something anyway. I don't think that's ever gonna matter.
What like I feel like it's crazy too because it's like we're measuring like paper like currency, right? Mm-hmm. It's just like 500, 1,500 years ago there was no paper currency. Like what?
Skills and bread.
Yeah,
I understand that. I'm just saying
you would be baking mad breads a loaf. A loaf of breads. You'll be trading loaves of bread.
That's such a weird thing to say to someone. Yeah, you'll be making bad loaves of bread.
Yeah.
Bread though?
Bread. You'll be like, Gino, can I have 2 tinga fish? You got 2 tinga
bread.
Yeah, he'll be a fisherman.
2 tinga fish.
Here's some bread.
Y'all are dumb.
I'll be hammering shoes down.
Give me a cobbler.
Yeah, making swords.
What
We get
Sword
I'll make y'all sword.
Sword.
What?
Sword for sale.
A sword?
Y'all joke.
Joke.
What is wrong with y'all? Something's wrong with y'all.
That's what it was before.
I know that.
If you need fish, you need shoes, or you need bread.
Yeah, that's crazy. Because that whole Freemasonry thing, that's where that came from. It was Masons. It was stonemason.
Yep.
Like, that shit is crazy. How, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, things have to change and they have to evolve. Like, we can't use swords now. Yeah. We got knives and guns. Guns came from cannons.
Yeah.
Like, everything has to, like, evolve and change. Like, nothing's going to stay exactly as it is, but it's some variation of what it was. Like, you can't kill people. You can't kill people with the guillotine, but you can get the death penalty.
Yeah.
You can't, like, you get what I'm saying? Like, it's just like everything has to, like, evolve and change.
Yo, I
especially don't think that melanated people are going anywhere anytime soon.
I mean, I hope not. But
I'm not gonna share it.
That's another episode of IC.
Bye, guys.